Vacant land offers actually so many more possibilities. And like I said, please watch some or listen to some of the past podcasts where I talk about that as well. Now, let's talk about where to find the best deals about land. Some of the best sources actually come from public records. Now, one of the things I always say is that, the best lists are the ones that you source yourself. What do I mean by that? I know a lot of investors rely heavily on our aggregate type list providers, and which are good as well. We're going to talk about that too. But some of the best lists come if you do a little bit more of legwork and patience and organizations. They come better from the public databases. So let's talk about which public databases do I mean. First of all, the tax assessor's office. There is a lot of properties there that are tax delinquent and are up for grabs, especially with land. Now, we're going to have a workshop here coming up from time to time, so make sure you check out our events page, realestateinvestingwomen.com/events, that I'm going to bring in actually somebody that has bought literally thousands of lots of land for pennies on the dollars. I'll repeat that. Thousands of lots of land for penny on the dollars. So we're having actually a workshop where he's going to go into details how he found this land and how he struck these deals at pennies on the dollars, some for free even. So make sure you check that out if it is one of the upcoming workshops. But going to the tax property assessor's office, because think about it, a lot of people have land parcels. They don't even know they have them sometime. Maybe they inherited them. Maybe they came with another property. They don't particularly care about them. And so they let them go to tax auctions. And so there are different lists you can get from tax assessors. So we're not going to get into that today. But basically, there are lists before they go to the tax certificate, after the tax certificate auction, before the tax deed, during redemption period, over-the-counter properties. So there are a lot of different lists within tax, but that's a gold mine to find vacant land. Second thing is recorder of deeds office. Okay, recorder of deeds office is when somebody records ownership of any type of real estate, land, property or so whatsoever, they go there. Also, when any liens, any changes in status for a particular property is recorder of deeds office. So this is where you can find probates. This is where you can find other type of liens and violations that have been filed, pre-foreclosures and so forth, is at the recorder of deeds office. So these two public data sources are probably some of the best to find land deals. Now let's talk about some of the other platforms, okay? So there are some platforms here that are specifically for land. One of them is called LandWatch, Land and Farm, LandFlip, and so forth. So these are websites where you can find specifically land. So like, for example, there are some platforms that specialize about residential real estate. Some of them are for commercial, like LoopNet or CityFeet. And these ones I just told you, LandWatch, Land and Farm, LandFlip, and Lot Network also are specifically for parcels of land that people want to sell. Okay, so that's one thing. The other one is MLS, obviously. Now you can find it through Zillow, Realtor.com, and Redfin, people that are listing land for sale. Okay, so these are two of the platforms. And of course, Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, people about selling land.